Okay, so we're going to do some meatballs tonight. And meatballs, traditionally, some time ago when the meatballs first started coming about, or when somebody got the great idea for the meatball, they didn't just go, hey, let's go slaughter a cow and make meatballs out of them. They went to the butcher, they got all the scrap meats, and there was lots of fat to it. There was various meats like lamb, pork, beef even, whatever animal it was they killed and ate. They got scraps of it, rolled it up into a ball with various seasonings, baked it, and did whatever with it. Popularly, we find them in spaghetti. What we're going to do for our meatballs, we're going to take some of that wonderful ham and turkey that we made and froze, and I diced it up real good. I didn't do a lot of work on dicing up the turkey because it's going to flake apart all by itself. You won't even see the turkey in there. There'll be itty bitty little fibers of it all over the place. The ham, on the other hand, I diced that up real good. Made it real small pieces so it'll mix into the hamburger as good as possible. Basically what we got for our ingredients here is we got probably about a couple of cups of ham, about a cup and a half of turkey, maybe 2 cups of turkey. Hamburger, I want to say we're averaging out probably about 5-6 pounds of hamburger. We got oranges. I want to say to go ahead and use about 2 cups of orange juice in this mixture. The oranges I had to cut up for this, I cut up, I want to say 5, I think, oranges, and squeezed them all out really good. I saved half the peel over here. I'm not going to use the peel, but a wonderful trick for that orange peel is if you save the peel, you freeze it, all you gotta do is just add egg inside of it, take it out of the freezer, put an egg in it, leave it in the fridge. Following day, go on ahead and cook up that egg. Whoever's going to eat that thing is going to think that there was some egg from the Golden Goose or something. It is a wonderful thing. It is very yummy. And that's the only purpose for that orange peel. We're not using it for anything else. The spices we'll be using a tablespoon of chili powder, a tablespoon of parsley, a tablespoon of oregano, half a tablespoon of chopped dried garlic, and a quarter teaspoon of black pepper. Now, just about every recipe I've ever used, I have pepper in it. The pepper dominates everything, doesn't it? Not so in this. I don't want to try and kill my person with the meatball. I'd like them to eat another meatball. Like I said, about 2 cups of orange juice. Now, I was going to use 2 or 3 Roma tomatoes. Drop them in the blender, give them a spin, add them to it. Or even tomato paste. No. Tomatoes went bad, have no tomato paste. I'm resorting to ketchup. Yes, ketchup. And we're only going to use about a cup of that. So here we go, adding about a cup of ketchup. There's not a big difference between your ketchup and your tomato. The bigger difference that you're going to feasibly taste is going to be in the vinegar. The vinegar will bake out. It does actually bake out during baking process. I should have gotten out a brand new bottle of ketchup because for some reason I didn't think that I would be having the ketchup spurts right now, trying to squeeze it out of the bottle. But it will be 1 more cup of ketchup that will be added to our 2 cups of orange juice. We'll leave this upside down because I am going to use that. Along with all of that, we're going to add these spices that I talked about. To reiterate on the spices, a tablespoon of chili powder, a tablespoon of parsley, a tablespoon of oregano, a half a tablespoon of chopped dried garlic, and a quarter teaspoon of black pepper. So take these and we're going to push them into this mixture as best as we can. I probably should wait till I have a larger container to do this with. I'm going to go ahead and do it now anyway, against my better judgment. That I even gave myself. pushing the black pepper down a little bit. Try to pay attention to what my cutting board is doing so I'm not throwing seasoning all over. Now what we're essentially making here is a barbecue sauce. How often do you see parsley and oregano in a barbecue sauce? It's not normal. You normally don't. Well, I'm making meatballs too. So I'm making something that will go somewhere between a sweet barbecue sauce and will also go into a spaghetti sauce. Sounds a little strange and unusual, doesn't it? Sounds a little odd to me too. But I'm not using it with a spaghetti sauce. And I sort of want to retain something about it that tastes a little bit like this should go into a pasta. Wouldn't quite try it, but something that would taste a little bit like it. Another piece of good advice that will go with this is if you get a regular old bottle of barbecue sauce from the store, add a couple, maybe a cup. Well, if you have a bottle, 16 to 32 ounces. So you're not going to add a cup of orange juice, you're going to add about a half a cup of orange juice to that, or a half cup of fresh squeeze. And use that, mix it up really good before you hit the barbecue. Not much difference in what we'll be making here, aside from the parsley and oregano. So here this is. I want to blend this up a little bit into the blender, and we'll pick back up when we come back to marinating.